Hi, I'm Don, here to talk to you about the brand new Jayco jayfeatherSLX. I'm super excited to talk to you about this product because we feature two models online that you may be able to see there that are on special, the 16XRB and the 19XUD, which happens to be the one that I'm going to do here with you today. All the features I'm going to talk to you about apply to all the jayfeatherSLX models. Let's get started. First thing I'd like to point out, Jeremy, as you get a good shot of this, is the front diamond plate. Folks, these all come with the front diamond plate. This is going to protect the vehicle as you drive down the road. You're not going to get any stone chips. It's not going to damage the product at all, and it's always going to look really, really good. Also, Jeremy, while you're down here, I do want to get a couple shots of a few other things. It does come with a 20-pound propane tank. It comes with a cover. So we're going to provide the cover to you and fill the propane tank at no charge. As we look at the bottom, I also want to point out the A-frame. One of the features to Jayco is its fabulous framing that they use and the durable construction that they do when they make the frame that the jayfeatherSLX goes onto. So this uses what's called the integrated A-frame construction. I'm hoping Jeremy can actually get a good shot of the integrated A-frame by kind of looking up underneath and seeing how the front tongue passes through the front I-beam and actually passes straight through and connects to the main frame of the travel trailer. The way this is different than most trailers out on the market, in fact, none of the trailers on the market do what Jayco does, is they all tack weld up at the front tongue. And the problem is when you tack weld up at the front tongue, it can become detached. It's not a great safety feature with the other models. With Jayco, by utilizing the integrated A-frame technology, it's super safe and it's extra durable. Another great thing about the frame is this is a 4-inch cambered frame that goes all the way through from front to back on the jayfeatherSLX, which is great because it's super high, heavy duty, and great construction. As we kind of pan down the side here, Jeremy, one thing I want you to get a picture of is the exterior color infused fiberglass. What's great about that, folks, is it has the look of like a full body paint type product, but what's really good about it is it's durable. If you ever got a scratch, it's not going to be something that you have to get repainted. It's super easy to buff out. It's a great feature with the jayfeatherSLX. So as we move down the side too, notice the huge awning that's on this. Amazing amount of space that you're going to get underneath, you know, for your campsite and a picnic table. One of the most important things I think on any camper is to make sure you get a really big awning. A lot of times RV manufacturers kind of chintz out on what size awning they use. With Jayco, you don't have that problem. Another thing I want to get to, Jeremy, get a good shot of the wheel wells here. So these are galvanized steel wheel wells, folks. The reason this is important is because most brands in this price point are going to use like bare wood, things that are going to rot, things that are going to damage. With Jayco, you're not going to have that issue. Notice too, this is tandem axle. Folks, a tandem axle is a big deal when you tow a trailer like this because it's not going to sway, it's not going to get the bounce and be all over the road where like a single axle type unit would get. You know, it's really important too as we talk about the jayfeatherSLX that I talk about the warranty. One of the biggest things about Jayco is the fact that they give you 2 full years coverage. And 2 full years coverage is amazing because it's like 2 full camping seasons. And that's a big deal because all the other brands on the market are doing a 1-year warranty. With Jayco, you get the 2 full year bumper to bumper warranty. I think that's a really big deal. So as we continue to walk around the outside, I want to point out the tent section. So the tent section is a scratch resistant, it's called the Duratec tent material. And what I love about it, it's actually vinyl over canvas. So you have the water resistancy of vinyl, yet the durability of canvas. I think that's a big, big feature. But also, notice the double stitching too. And Jayco makes all their own tent sections in-house. That's a really big deal. One of the other things I'd like to get a shot of, Jeremy, is the heavy-duty hinge for their bunk ends. So folks, on this type of product, it's called a hybrid trailer. Okay, the hybrid trailer is not really a pop-up and it's not really a full travel trailer. You know, obviously you have these bunk ends that pop out and the tent ends on each end. The issue that you have with almost every other brand that I've ever seen out there is they chintz out on the hinges and they chintz out on the tent material and they chintz out on the bunk ends. And I'm going to talk about each one of those things. I already mentioned the tent. I mentioned the durability of the hinge. One thing I want you to get a shot of, Jeremy, is the bunk end here. Okay, folks, this is a fully laminated bunk end. Okay, fully laminated means it's very durable. And the reason I talk about a hybrid and I talk about the bunk ends a lot is because this is the part that goes bad on all the other brands. Jayco puts all their money and all their time into their bunk ends. This has 1,100 pound capacity. That's absolutely amazing. And now I know that, you know, we may load up there with a bunch of kids hopping on the bed and that kind of stuff, but 1,100 pounds is excessive. Jayco does that because they want to take what's normally the weakest point of a hybrid, the other brands that fall apart, whether that's a Kodiak or a Coachman or any other cheaper brand that's out there. When those fall apart, it's because they do not use 1,100 pound capacity, Duratec tent material, and heavy duty hinges, along with a laminated bunk end. So I really wanted to spend some time talking about that out there, because if you're shopping for a hybrid travel trailer for your family, it's really important that you know all these features. Heavy duty hinge, Duratec tent that Jayco makes themselves, fully laminated bunk end, 1,100 pound capacity. That's a really big deal. Let's go ahead and walk around the other side here. So as we get around the back, Jeremy, I want to point out the spare tire. That comes standard, folks, with that price that you see online. Most brands in this price point are going to charge you for that. Maybe Jeremy can get a shot of the leveling jacks as well that come on this. Obviously make it much more stable. You're not going to have to buy anything extra. It comes with it. Another important point I want to point out too, as we talk about what comes with it. You know, with our company, folks, we don't charge any prep fees. We don't charge for an RV starter kit. We give you all that stuff for free. I love mentioning that because, folks, when you're shopping for a unit, not only are we going to probably have the best price and the best product, but folks, watch out for the other brands out there. Other dealers, they charge, I've seen up to $650 prep fees, $400 prep fees, $500 prep fees. We don't charge any of that. It all comes no charge us, including an RV starter kit. So that's a big deal. Kind of, Jeremy, when you're getting a shot here, I want to point out a couple things. Folks, I mentioned to you the vacuum bonded bunk ends, vacuum bonded laminated bunk ends. I want to make sure I mention again that these are vacuum bonded sidewalls and vacuum bonded slide out walls. So what that means is you do have some brands out there that vacuum bond just the sidewall. Jayco vacuum bonds the slide out walls too, and the reason that's important is that you're not going to get any separation, any waves, any bumps, things that create leaks. So vacuum bonded, one solid piece, sidewall walls, the side of the unit and the slide out walls, and also both ends of the unit. As we kind of pan down the rest of the side here, I do want to make sure we point out again the double axle. Notice the upgraded rims. It's a big deal, folks. It comes all no charge at that price. As you walk into the JayFeatherSLX, it's so exciting because it has so much room, so much floor space. And I think it's one of the best RV values that our company has ever offered. So I think when you look at the price online, you look at all these features, you guys are going to be as excited as I am. So let me tell you a couple things inside. I'm going to reiterate a couple points that I made outside, but also point out a few new things. One of the things that's great is it does come with the AM/FM stereo system that actually has the MP3 plug for like an iPod or an iPhone. I will tell you, with my daughters, if I go camping and I don't have this, it's like a trip, it's a vacation ender. So you need to make sure you have this with the JayFeather 19XUD. It comes with it. So one of the other things I want to point out, Jeremy, here, if you can get a good shot of it, is again this mattress and this bed. Remember I mentioned it has 1,100 pound capacity. That's the magic behind these cables that you see on both sides. Jayco puts in extra durable aircraft quality cables that's gonna hold the 1,100 pound capacity for these bunk ends. Folks, the other brands are about half that weight because they don't do the laminated bunk ends as well. Notice too, Jeremy, this is the Denver mattress. So this is a Jayco exclusive. Folks, they don't put in that cheap mattress that you won't even put your dog on. They put in the Denver quality mattress. It's extra thick, heavy duty foam. It's comfortable to lay on. It's super enjoyable. That's a big deal in a camper. As we kind of walk towards the back, Jeremy, get a shot of the floor. I think it's always important we point out that, folks, they do linoleum throughout this. And Jayco doesn't use just the cheap linoleum. They use the heavy duty linoleum. I think that's a big deal. I also want to point out the cabinetry as we go through. You're going to see a ton of storage in this unit. Folks, these are solid wood doors. We're talking about a hybrid travel trailer here. Most brands in this price point are going to use wrapped wood. They're going to use that wafer board type stuff, the sawdust kind of all glued together. With Jayco, you're going to get solid wood cabinetry, and it's made with what's called mortise and tenon construction. So these joints aren't just all stapled together and that kind of stuff. This cabinet's actually screwed together. This is a high quality construction that you normally get in high-end residential homes here in a travel trailer. And the reason that Jayco does is because they want it to last a long time. You know, I'm talking about storage. I just want to make sure we're not missing anything here when you get all this tons of space. Just tons of space in here. As we kind of move up towards the kitchen, I think it's really important we point out the appliances. Folks, you get name brand appliances in this. Again, all the other cheap brands, whether that's an Aerolite or a Cub or a Trail Light or a Band, whatever it is, all these other brands, they put in the cheapest stuff. With Jayco, you're looking at Norcold appliances. Folks, this is the same kind of refrigerator that you're in $150,000 motorhomes. So it's a really large refrigerator. It's a full 4 cubic foot refrigerator in a hybrid travel trailer. It's a name brand. Norcold's made in the United States. It does have the freezer, a ton of space for this model. So it's super exciting to see that. I think this is one of the best values, like I said, that we've ever offered. Very excited about it. Looking at the rest of the kitchen, I love the counter space in this thing. I mean, think about a small travel trailer. They just don't have counter space. This does. You've got your cooktop here. You've got to still have some counter space. Hot and cold running water, of course. You have your microwave. And again, it's just more storage. Sorry. There you go. Get a good shot of that there, Jeremy. Can't forget, obviously comes standard with an air conditioner, rooftop AC. Folks, this is a 13,000 BTU, 13,500 BTU rooftop AC. A lot of brands in this price point are going to make you pay extra for that. It comes standard with it on the price that you see online. Another important feature when we point out is Jayco's furniture. I mean, this is just a big deal. Folks, Jayco makes all their own furniture. I got to repeat that. Jayco makes all their own furniture. Folks, when you look at other brands that are out there, they're just assembling a bunch of stuff that they buy from Taiwan or wherever, some foreign place that we probably had a war with at some time. And, you know, here we are, we're making this stuff in the United States and we're putting it right in. Jayco makes all their own furniture. I challenge you to find one other RV manufacturer that makes all their own furniture. Jayco does it. Largest privately held RV company in the world, 45 years in business. It makes the value of the Jayfeather so much more. Let's just, again, look at the storage in this thing. Jeremy, hopefully you can get a good shot of it. I mean, just so much storage in the slide out. Huge amount of space. Get right in there. Look at that. Excellent. Also want to point out the upgraded window treatments. Folks, you got boxed valances here. This is not cheap stuff. You see this in $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 fifth wheels. It's right here in this Jayfeather, in this sale price that you see online. It comes with it. Also pleated shades. Huge windows. Notice the gigantic windows. Just pull it right open. It has the screen in there as well. It's a great setup. As you walk up into the front of the Jayfeather SLX 19 XUD, just again, space abounds in this thing. This is one of the reasons I absolutely love this floor plan. I think it's one of our best deals we've ever offered. Look how much space you have in these large queen beds. I mean, it's just a huge bed. Again, 1,100 pound capacity. You could fit 8 kids up there on that front bunk. Again, this huge U-shaped dinette. I love the U-shaped dinette. I think the U-shaped dinette is one of the best features they've ever put inside an RV because you can just fit so many people around it. You can imagine if you get that rainy day out there camping on the campsite, you know, and you need to get there and play the Monopoly game or play card. We always love to play, Uno. We played Uno and what else did I beat my brothers in? Usually checkers and that kind of stuff. So we'd love to play. And the thing is, you know, back in the day, we never had a lot of like table space. Here with the Jayfeather 19 XUD with the U-shaped dinette, look how much space you have. I mean, I'm a full-grown adult, and you could probably fit 6 of us in here really comfortably and have a nice night of playing games or just kind of visiting. So I think this is a great feature. U-shaped dinette and the 19 XUD. Another thing I want to point over this way, Jeremy, is actually more storage. Again, I just don't think you can talk about storage enough in an RV. And you look at these huge closets that are in this thing. And here we are in a 19-foot hybrid trailer. Folks, it's about 3,500 pounds. Comes with a 2-year warranty, bumper to bumper. It's made by Jayco. There's no better quality. There's no better company on the market to buy a hybrid trailer from. And there's no better dealer than RV1 Superstores. Give us a call. We'll be more than happy to help you out. My brothers and I train all of our salespeople, so you can just call on the phone, reserve one with a credit card. Make sure you get yours for your camping season. Thanks and have a good day.